with Libby from LibbyStamps.com, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia, and I just thought I'd bring you this lovely little box that you could use for Mother's Day. On this one I've used Berry Burst and the Sweet Soiree Designer Series paper and the Cake Sentiment there, and I've used the Whisper White 1/8 of an inch organza ribbon. And when you lift the lid here, it reveals a double opening box. So it's got like little sides and a hinge on the bottom and closes down like that. You don't seem to need a closure for it. You could, if you wanted to, punch a little circle in the side to aid opening. Punch a little bit in there like that. There we go. And then you've got your little opening and closing bit there. So for the sentiment, I've used the 1-inch circle punch, and I could have used the 1 1/8 of an inch scallop circle, but I've used the 1 3/8 because I wanted a bit more of a border around there. So anyway, we'll get started with what we're going to do today. It's going to be the same, but we're using different products. And all of the products you see that I use today are available in my online store. So go to LibbyStamps.com and click on the shop button. All right, I'll just bring my trimmer in because you'll be able to see the measurements then. All right, so for the base of the box, you want a piece which is 14 centimetres by 17.5 centimetres. Might help if I had the arm out so you can see what I'm doing. By 17.5 centimetres. So that's 14 by 17.5 centimetres, or 5.5 inches by 6 7/8 inches. And we're going to score at 3 centimetres all the way round. I'm going to use the 3 centimetre mark over here, and you're just going to score at 3 centimetres or 1 1/4 inches all the way around that piece of card, which forms your box. So it's the bottom layer of the project, and I think that's 4 sides done. All right, then you need a second piece of card, and you need 2 of these. So it needs to be 9.8 centimetres across by 14.2 centimetres, and you're going to score at, again, at 3 centimetres on each end. So I just find it's easier just to flip it around. Then you're going to score at 1 centimetre with the short side going across the top. Score at 1 centimetre, and then again at 4 centimetres. So in imperial, you've got 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. Score at 1 1/4 on each end. And with the short side up the top, you're going to score at 3/8 of an inch and 1 5/8 of an inch. So 3 centimetres is 1 1/4. All right? I'll have all the measurements on my blog for you anyway. All right, and you need 2 of those pieces because they're going to form the lid. All right, then you need a piece which is 11.5 centimetres by 8 centimetres, or 4 1/2 inches by 3 1/8 of an inch. Now you can cut 2 of these, and I've gone ahead and cut 2 today for this. I didn't cut 2 for this, and the one we're going to use today I'm going to put over the bottom just to hide these little apertures that help make the box. So that's 2 pieces that are 11.5 by 8 centimetres, or 4 1/2 inches by 3 1/8 of an inch. Then you need a piece of DSP, which is 11 centimetres. This one's just a bit short, by 7 1/2 centimetres, or 4 1/4 by 3 7/8 of an inch. And then you need some sort of decoration. And what I've done here is I've stamped the sentiment on Whisper White in Rich Razzleberry, and then I've die cut that using the layering ovals and this also using the layering ovals. Alright, so we're just going to stick those two together and then we'll put some dimensionals on the other side of it when we're ready to put that on our box. So we might do the dimensionals now. Get it over and done with. So just using liquid glue gives you a bit of wriggle room to get it sort of straight. There we go. In with the dimensionals. I'm going to put 3 on the back because I don't want it to sink in the middle. You go to a lot of trouble to make these projects, so you want to make them look good. So don't be stingy with your dimensionals. And I might also add a pearl. So just one there. Okay, so we'll go back in with our box now, and you do need your trimmer again, and I'll show you why. On these 2 bits that we did before, so it's scored at 1 centimetre and 3 centimetres, you need to just put a dot mark at 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres. So I just find it's easier to use my trimmer to do that. So I just put my pencil in the middle and put a dot mark. And then I'm going to turn it around the other way and do the same. And I'll show you what we're going to do in a minute. And the same on the second one. I should have done that one before. Anyway, so just 2.5 centimetres or 1 inch. You need that mark. And we're going to trim those little triangle bits off. So 2.5 centimetres again for the last time. And just put those pencil marks there. Alright, then you're going to come in with your trimmer, or you can use a pair of snips if you want to, and I'll just line those pencil marks up in the gutter of my trimmer, so there and there, and trim them off. And that's what's going to give that nice closure to our box. And then same with the other one. So just line the pencil marks up with the gutter of your trimmer and trim off. Right. Don't forget you can use your Simply Scored to do your scoring. The reason I use the trimmer is because I need it to cut the card anyway and show you where to cut and where to score. And the Simply Scored doesn't have measurements on it. So I just find that it's easier to show you on the trimmer. So come in and burnish all those lines, all those score lines, and I'll be back in a minute when I've done all these. Alright, now we're going to come in with our snips and do some cutting. And with our base, I'm going to cut on these 4 score lines here to the first score line. So I'll just do that. And I'm going to cut it a bit of a notch. I just think you get a neater closure that way. And you just make sure that the tops of your card are sitting flush and you don't seem to have any overhang by cutting a little notch, a little wedge really it is, and it's not that big. So base done, and then on these ones we're going to come in and cut down these long ones here. Alright, and on this one, which is the little flap, right, I'm going to cut that off at a bit of an angle. So not much of an angle, just a little bit. And you need to do that on both tops. And then we just need to glue it all together. Bit of an angle, cut off. Just going to wedge that a little bit. Sorry about my dog. Someone must be walking past with a dog. All right, that way, like that. And cut this one off at a little bit of an angle. Last one. Now all we need to do is put it together. Okay, come in with some liquid glue. Alright, these bits are going to go up, so I put a little bit of liquid glue and fold them up and hold them in like that. And same with that one. Make sure they're nice and straight and that your edges are together just there. You don't need a lot of liquid glue. Make sure your edges are straight. Come in a bit more. There we go. We're going to do the same with this. So turn your flaps in, bit of glue on there, lift that up and that one up, then same on the other side. And our box is almost finished. Lift them up. Alright, so we've got the base of our box and our little ends are going to fit on there like that. So what I do is I put a bit of liquid glue on this piece here, take it right up to the edge if I can, and then I bring the box in and sit it in about the middle. You've got about 0.2, maybe a 1/16 of an inch leeway. Press that down and I bring my bone folder in and press down to make sure I've got good adhesive on there. And there's that side of the box. Let's give it another bit of a press there and then do the other side. So the same, so liquid glue on here, and so I'll try and do it this way this time so you can see what I do. There we go. It's not as easy to do it this way. And I'll just flip it over so I can use my bone folder. Alright, so I just run my bone folder over the inside, close that over, run my bone folder over there. Now remember we cut off 2 bits of card. We cut 2 bits of card before that were 11.5 by 8 centimetres or 4.5 inches by 3 1/8 of an inch. So here's where we can use one of these. And this will not only hide those bits stick on the bottom, but it'll also give your box a little bit more stability and strength. Alright, so that's our box so far. And I'm going to come in with my DSP, which measured 11 by 7.5 or 4 1/4 by 2 7/8, and the other piece that we cut off before. And I'm just going to glue that on here. Make sure you've got it up the right way. If you've got a directional pattern, make sure you allow for that direction. And then on the lid here, turn this around that way and get my paper piercing tool and some dimensionals. And I'm going to put 3 dimensionals on there, one about there and one about there. And then I'm going to put another one, another one in the middle, and then some more on the outside. So I'm just going to turn this around. So once you get all your bits and pieces together, it's really just the decoration that takes a little bit of time, because you've got to be careful how you stick things on. You don't want things to be stuck over both sides because then you can't open the box, and then you don't want things too close to the edge so they interfere when you do open the box. Alright, so I'm going to have it right to left opening like that, center that there, centered. Alright, so there's our box so far. Come in with the sentiment. Yes, I forgot to punch that bit out again. Don't really need to have something to lift it up, I don't suppose. Add that on there. Then come in with some ribbon, and I'm using the 1/4 inch rich raspberry velvet ribbon. Alright, now when you're tying velvet ribbon, you can do one loop, and then when you come around the other way, you're going to have to twist this. So twist it when you come in first. Come round the back so it's not velvet there. And I'm just going to use my paper piercer to bring that through like that. I'm not going to cut that off because I'll have to fiddle with it before I photograph it. So there's our flip top box. Here's the one I made before. Opens up like that. You could put little note cards in there. You could put a gift certificate, a little bit of chocolate, earrings, bracelet, whatever you like. It'd just make a lovely gift. And don't forget, all these products are available in my online store. The Share What You Love bundle is in 3 product bundles that you can get, and the Cake Soiree Sweets on the Last Chance products list. So thanks a lot again for stopping by. and I appreciate your time. Bye for now.
Take creation, imagination, try to draw outside the line. Let us see inside your mind.